Join us on an unforgettable journey through Tomales Bay, Point Reyes, and the breathtaking landscapes of West Marin County, California. This enchanting region offers a wealth of delights, from tantalizing flavors of locally sourced foods to serene waters perfect for sailing or kayaking. As we venture further, you'll discover the vast natural beauty of Point Reyes National Seashore, teeming with diverse wildlife including majestic elephant seals and free-ranging Tule Elk. And of course, we'll visit the iconic Point Reyes Lighthouse, a historic gem perched on dramatic cliffs. Like all of the communities in our vibrant little corner of the world, it truly has something for everyone. I'm Rachel, your Sonoma and Marin County realtor, here to show you the best of Northern California living. 30 miles northwest of San Francisco and only 18 miles west of Petaluma lies the area referred to as Point Reyes, or Tomales Bay. At its northern tip, Tomales Bay opens to Bodega Bay, providing a natural shield from the powerful currents of the Pacific Ocean, particularly the California current. This makes for calm waters, which can actually get warm enough to swim in comfortably without a wetsuit. The bay is about 15 miles long and about a mile wide. It beautifully separates the Point Reyes Peninsula from the mainland. Tomales Bay lies along a submerged section of the infamous San Andreas Fault. So when you're west of the bay in the breathtaking Point Reyes National Seashore, you're actually standing on a different tectonic plate than the rest of the country. One of the bay's highlights? Oyster farming, with Hog Island Oyster Company and Tomales Bay Oyster Company leading the way. Visitors can enjoy freshly harvested oysters while picnicking along the eastern shore. On the mainland side, you can also explore the local dairy farm Point Reyes Farmstead Cheese Company and shop some of their delicious cheeses they make. It reminded me of that TV commercial I grew up watching. Good cheese comes from happy cows. Happy cows come from California. You could actually argue that Point Reyes is the birthplace of large-scale dairy production in California, and the history is fascinating. Two brothers from Vermont secured ownership of the Western Peninsula in the mid-1800s. This region is now Point Reyes National Seashore. The Shafter brothers envisioned high-quality butter and cheese production at a large scale. The dairy products were transported to San Francisco by way of schooners and eventually rail and ferry. 100 years later, in the 1950s and 60s, Marin County was embracing growth with a surge of real estate development. Meanwhile, dairy prices were dropping and the cattle and dairy ranchers worried for their future. The ranchers formed an uneasy relationship with the environmentalist organization, the Sierra Club, in hopes of preserving their ranches and open space. A deal was worked out with the National Park Service acquiring the land to create the National Seashore that exists today, while still allowing for long-term leases from ranchers in designated pastoral zones. The agreement was signed by President John F. Kennedy in 1962. The Point Reyes National Seashore is rich in its history and its beauty in so many ways. It's 71,000 acres maintained by the National Park Service. It's home to 45% of North America's bird species. That's a remarkable statistic. The seashore features 100 miles of coastline, including estuaries, bays, and lagoons that create rich habitats like subtidal seagrasses, tidal mudflats, and marshes. There are so many ways to enjoy this beautiful park. We went on an epic bike ride one morning. The thick fog was refreshing during our initial steep ascent into the park, and by mid-morning, blue skies broke through for truly majestic views. We saw so much wildlife, including a peregrine falcon, this rather fearless coyote, Tule Elk, which once teetered on the verge of extinction, and a group of deer and bucks vying for a mate. And a visit to the historic lighthouse is a must. Once known as a Loeb's Lighthouse by sailors in the meat trade, Point Reyes Lighthouse enchants visitors with its breathtaking views and rich history. To reach the Point Reyes Lighthouse, you descend 313 steps carved into the bluff, a journey that reveals stunning vistas at every turn. As you make your way down, the sheer cliffs drop away, offering sweeping views of the rugged coastline and the tumultuous Pacific Ocean below. It's nestled 275 feet down the bluff so that it sits below the frequent high, thick fog. When the Point Reyes Lighthouse is open for tours, it offers a fascinating glimpse into the 1800s. The impressive first-order lens made of 1,032 hand-ground crystal pieces, along with its clockworks, remain in excellent condition as if it had just been installed. Despite the dedication of its keepers, ships still ran aground on the rocks and beaches. In 1889, the first of 2 life-saving stations at Point Reyes were established. The men stationed there attempted to rescue victims of storm and wreck. The incredible danger of their job can be sensed in their unofficial motto, quote, "You have to go out, but you don't have to come back in." Of course, now technology has improved the navigation of water vessels, and the old oil lamp was replaced with an electric light. For a much safer experience on the water, the calm conditions of Tomales Bay provide a stark contrast to the powerful Pacific Ocean. The generally flat surface is ideal for kayaking, sailing, stand-up paddleboarding, and fishing. Last year, my son took a trip with his schoolmates kayaking across the Tomales Bay and camping for a week on the peninsula. Bordering the bay, you'll find charming towns like Inverness, Point Reyes Station, and Marshall. A friend of mine who lives in Inverness likened it to living in Hawaii, but a lot closer to civilization. Point Reyes Station is a lovely small town with darling boutiques and restaurants and a great bookstore. The main grocery store in town is Palace Market. At the deli counter in the back, they serve water buffalo soft serve gelato. It is unparalleled soft serve perfection. We had a big party for my husband's birthday at Cafe Reyes, a great little restaurant that serves pizza from wood-fired ovens and fresh oysters. It was a perfect meeting point for friends and family coming from Sebastopol, Santa Rosa, Windsor, Novato, and West Marin. There is so much to explore in this corner of California, whether you're searching for your next home, vacation residence, or a fun day trip from anywhere in the Bay Area, keep Point Reyes in mind. And as always, if you want to explore real estate possibilities in any of the areas around Tomales Bay and Point Reyes, or Sonoma or Marin County, give me a call. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share this with someone who would enjoy learning about this incredible place we call home.